Today's terrifying, spooky spot, we are having a look at the final figure that makes up the Toy Island Universal Studios home of the original monsters Frankenstein series. We're looking today at the Wolfman. This package includes Frankenstein's other leg. You can collect all 5 Universal monsters to build your very own 14-inch Frankenstein. And as over the course of this reviews, you've seen Spot building the Frankenstein. We will do a separate review of those, of the Frankenstein is on its own, so stay tuned for that. Wolfman, I don't know, debatable as to whether I like the figure. In packaging, it looks questionable, but I think maybe out of packaging, I might be a little more impressed by him. On the back of the package, collect them all. You can collect the Creature from the Black Lagoon, Dracula, the Mummy, Frankenstein, and Wolfman. You'll also collect all 5 pieces to build Frankenstein. Figure also includes mini poster and display stand, coming to us from 2006, and also from Toy Island. What I am going to do is take a break. I'm going to get this out of the package, and when we come back, the Wolfman will be unleashed and loose. You certainly can still stomach it. Don't go anywhere, guys. Stay tuned. Included with the Wolfman, you'll get yourself a display stand featuring the Wolfman on the front, and you probably will need it for the Wolfman. I found he is a little top heavy, but we'll look at that in a second. But you do get a Wolfman display stand, very nice. Same stand as we've gotten with all the other Universal Studios monster figures. You also get yourself a Wolfman back card, Extreme Danger. This card I really like. It's very similar. It's on par, I think, with what we've gotten with the Dracula. This one looks really neat, though. I like the red coloring of the Wolfman, and then the negative images of the people screaming. I don't know if they're town folk or they're just citizens running and screaming, and the Wolfman down below. Like that. I like that quite a bit. Peg that into place, and you've got yourself a really nice display stand. I'm going to put that down. Before I pick up the Wolfman, he's just taking a wolf nap. The other leg coming included with Wolfman is the one leg we need to finish Frankenstein. Reaching off camera, here is Frankenstein right here. I'm going to take the last leg. The last leg being the second leg. That's what makes it sound like he's got like 16 legs. He's only got 2 legs. But you've got yourself a finished Frankenstein. Just given to properly stand. Standing could perhaps be an issue. No, apparently it's not. Just have to bend the knee. And he is still a little top heavy. And he's going to fall. It doesn't really matter. Spot's going to have a look at him. We'll do an individual review of him. Certainly will come. So just moving him out of the way. By the way, he's extremely heavy. Having a look at Wolfman. I don't know if it's just the way he's posed, but I find he does fall a little bit. And it's kind of the same issue I had with the Creature from the Black Lagoon. And I think the Mummy kind of had this issue too. It could just be the fact that you can't really bend at the torso. The torso really only swivels. So because of that, if you move the legs forward, you can kind of see that there's really not enough of the figure forward that he tends to want to just kind of lean back and fall. It's not that he's got all this extra weight on the top of him. It's just the way that he's really just a thin figure. So he does topple. I mean, you can kind of adjust the feet, and perhaps it's the sculpt of the feet as well that's adding to the fact that he does fall as often as he does. It's not really a flat foot on this figure. It's kind of a curved foot. Probably indicating, too, that you need to bend the figure slightly. Perhaps he's in position to pounce. Face-wise, it's not bad. It's not bad. I think Spot's really been trying not to do too many comparisons with more recent lines, but I kind of feel like the Diamond Select version of this figure from the same Universal Studios title, I think looked a little cooler, and it might be the fact that I think I would have liked the Wolfman more howling, or kind of having his mouth more open. With his mouth more closed, he kind of looks like a porcupine. Now, it's not really that far off from was it Lon Chaney? When he portrayed the Wolfman in the original movie series. Kind of looked like that. It's really not that much far off. I mean, the paint definitely makes the figure pop. I think the multiple layers of different browns, looks like we've got dark brown and lighter brown accenting some of those hairs. It really makes the figure stand out. But it just, I guess it's unfortunate that makeup-wise it would have looked like this, because translating into a figure, it looks a little more like, again, like a porcupine and less like a Wolfman. But it's still good, and you can see the teeth are all in there. That's painted nice. Some nice lighting around the lips as well. All nice touches. And there's the back of the hair there, the wolf hair. Wolfman is dressed in casual attire, tucked-in shirt, some slacks. And of course, he's got his wolf claws ready to claw any poor victim that's walking through the woods, going to the 7-Eleven late at night. Wolfman will probably be there. He won't be there to bum smokes, let me tell you that. But he's also got some nice slacks. Again, treading already on what Spot mentioned about the feet. The feet are nice, but had they only been more flat-footed, the figure would stand a little bit better. But luckily, at least he does come with the display stand, so you can have a place for the figure to stand properly. In the way of his articulation, the Wolfman's head rotates left and right. No bend up and down. In fact, none of the figures had that. He's got the same hinged shoulders as the other figures as well. Shoulders allows the arms to move forward and back, bend at the elbow, and rotate at the wrists. Has a mid-torso swivel at the waist, and then the legs go forward, back, out. Rotate at the thigh, bend at the knee. This one's a little stiffer. Bend at the knee. It looks like it's going to give me some problems, but maybe I'll just leave the knees as is. And then a hinged foot. Wolfman, if anything, is the one figure that you want to be able to bend at the knee. There we go. It's just a little stiff. You would want more bend at the knee, because then you can have him more pouncing. You can kind of have him leaning forward like so. You can kind of bend the elbows. Kind of do something like that. That'd be a nice little look. And then again, get him pegged on the display base. And I think you've got a really nice looking figure. It's not probably the nicest looking of Wolfmen. I think the Diamond Select version of Wolfman is probably a little bit better. Though, as a testament to Toy Island, this Wolfman is certainly much more articulated. Is he my favorite from this line? No. My favorite still probably is Dracula and Frankenstein. But this is still a pretty good looking figure. It's probably along the same lines as what I was saying with the Creature from the Black Lagoon. This particular figure looks more like something that would be released as a movie licensed figure, probably in the late 70s, early 80s. It has a real dated look to it, just with more articulation. And that necessarily is not a bad thing. That may be actually a really good thing indeed. Wolfman, I'm going to give Wolfman 6.5, which may not seem necessarily high, but I don't think he's one of the better ones from this set. He is good, certainly if you want to complete the set, but the Wolfmen, there have been better ones made. Today's spooky spot, we're having a look at the final figure that made up the Toy Island, Universal Studios home of the original monsters, Frankenstein. And Wolfman's already starting to fall. He is the last figure, so certainly what's coming next is the review of the 14-inch Frankenstein. Certainly stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Oh!